Hello, world. I went to see Obama speak a couple of days ago. Here's my ticket for the more skeptical among you. One thing I noticed about the crowd was that it was extremely young. And not just any young people, not just the normal college group and the people who would have been at UIC Pavilion, which is where he spoke. They were freaks. They were ravers and Rastafaris and gangsters, and they were the people, so to speak. There were a lot of minorities, and almost everyone was under the age of 30. It was strange, because I'm used to political crowds being generally a middle-aged to elder thing. Young people are usually too busy doing drugs or too busy being jaded about the system to go out and vote, to go out and check out the polls, hang out in the auditorium and watch Obama speak. But this crowd was extremely young. And Obama himself has a presence. When he comes into the room, everything changed. The whole auditorium had a different feeling to it. And he's extremely tall, so that can contribute to it. But I think there's something else. Some metaphysical whatever. You know, certain people have presence when they come into a room. He's extremely charismatic, and he speaks very well. These are things that can be very dangerous for a politician, because even inarticulate ones can lead us into wars that we didn't want to be in. So I can't even imagine what a truly articulate madman could do. But somehow, I almost trust him. He listens. Every time someone in the rabble-rousing crowd would shout something, he acknowledged them. There was an anti-war group that came out and started shouting, "Troops out now," and he stopped in the middle of his speech, and he said, "All right, I've listened, and I've heard you, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm going to talk about that later, but right now I'm talking about healthcare, so please listen." And they wouldn't listen, and he tried to urge them to be quiet, and then all of a sudden, of course, the rabid Obama supporters started shouting, "Obama! Obama!" and booing at the teenage protesters, and then the cops escorted them out. So it was a typical happy ending story. But I was very impressed that he listened to them instead of just saying, "Someone call security." I mean, I've seen a multitude of politicians have to deal with protesters, and none of them have even tried to deal with them in a responsible or civil fashion. Anyway, I guess that's enough about Obama. I'm going to make a complete topic jump, because I've been hearing a lot about Islamic fascists again. So I'm going to go back to something that I said who knows how many vlogs ago. Damn you, phone! That was my darling grandmother. We had a pleasant chat. Anyway, I'm going to revert to something I said a few vlogs ago, which is that people often refer to the war on terror as a new war, and I would argue that it is the oldest kind of war that there is. Now, my question is, why do people believe that Islamic militants are different or special? Ignorance, violence, and prejudice exist in every culture and have existed in every culture in written human history. Not to sound hippie, but hate is not special. Hate is boring. Love is special. I think that perhaps that's why some people turn to God, because it's nice to believe that someone out there loves everyone. From the whole damn nation, peace and pieces.